Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts and welcome. So what I want to work on today with you guys is a journal cover. Well, it's going to be the whole journal. And what we're going to do is a little bit of sewing. You could do hand stitching if you want. I'm going to do machine sewing. And what I have here is just a quilted piece that's already done, but you can use whatever you have, whatever fabric you have. And I have this one, it's 12 by 9, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 12 by 8. Okay. And I just have a piece of fabric for the inside of the journal. And I just place that down, whatever fabrics I want on top. And this is a great beginner sewing tutorial for you guys. And I'm going to show you guys step by step how to do this. It's really easy and it looks really neat. And it's a great way to use up your scraps. And I'll show you why. Okay. Look at this. Let's see if I can fit this under the camera here. This is a huge tote full of scrap fabrics. And I'm not sure if you guys are like me, but have some scraps hanging around. This is a great way to use it up, and it looks really cool. So we're just going to grab just a handful of different scraps that you're never going to use in a project. Just get the smaller little pieces, and I'll show you what to do with it. So I got a good pile going right here. Got my ruler, rotary cutter, but you can just use scissors if you need to, and a ribbon and some pins. Okay, let's set this over to the side. And I'm not sure how much we're going to need. It depends on how poofy you want your cover. So I got about a 1/4 inch seam allowance around it. I'm just going to do that just roughly. Here we go. So we have our cover and our inside. And what you're going to want to do, take your fabrics, open it up to there. This is super fun. You're just going to take your scraps, and it's just so rewarding because you're getting rid of scraps. And the cool part is don't worry if it hangs out the side. That is the best part. So we're going to make it kind of like a raggedy looking quilt cover. So it'll be fun. You just put some in there. And it really depends on how quilted you want it to look. I'm just letting some fall at the side. Like that. Okay. Oh. Apparently I had some cheesecloth in there, which is really fun. I mean, you could do that, of course. You know, throw some laces in here, some cheesecloth maybe hanging out, the edges. I mean, that could be really fun. Okay. There's that one. And then what we could do is you can go ahead and clip it or pin it just to kind of put it in its place right here as we're sewing it. So that's why we have the back bigger, so then we know we're catching the back of it when we're sewing around and doing our thing here. Okay, just flip it down or take your pins and you can pin it. And these Wonder Clips are great. I'll try to remember to link them in my Amazon shop down below. The links down below so you guys come check it out. But remind me if I forget to do the Wonder Clips, just remind me in the comments and I will put it in the link down below in the Amazon descriptions. Because these are great. I use them all the time. Okay. So we got that part done. And then we're going to do this side. What I'm trying to do is not make too much bulk in the middle so it'll fold and open, open and shut easier. And we could get our bindings and stuff through and not have so much thickness, Okay, so we're just having fun here and using up some scraps. I mean, there really is no pressure on how you do it, how you want it done. Just get your scraps in here. That's the purpose is to use up our scraps here. Okay. Out. I think that's looking pretty good. This back up. Jean, I got a little jean fabric there. That's gonna be fun. My big project next I'm going to work on is I want to make a jean quilt out of all our jean and flannel. So I want to use up all my jeans that we have hanging around that don't fit anymore or just worn out or whatever. I want to take those, and I have tons of flannels from my husband that he has just doesn't like anymore, or they're don't fit right, or just had them forever and they're worn out. I'm going to use those and incorporate jean and flannel quilt. I mean, I think that'd be so much fun. Let me know in the comments if you guys would be interested in seeing that. I think that's going to be a fun little quilt to do. And I don't know how big I'm going to do it. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to go huge with it. But we'll see. You never know. You get started, Keep on going. Okay, so I'm just clipping all the way around. And if it feels like you want more, go ahead and stuff some more in there. But at first, let's just start off. I'm going to start off with what I got here. See where it takes us. I think it's going to be good. I mean, I might be able to put some more in that side. I want to get this just how I want it. And I wouldn't fuss about what's hanging out of the sides too much. I just think that's kind of fun. Isn't that fun? Just reminds you of like a rag quilt or something. So do that. Get it how you want it. I'm going to set up my sewing machine and we're going to go to the next step. Darn it. I forgot to show you guys we're going to put the any kind of closure that you want. Like this is just a ribbon. I'm going to do it in half. And I'm going to stick this inside here. So we should have done that first. Let's see if I can slide it in. I don't think so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure to put this underneath in between. So when we sew, we'll have our closure. So I'll do that in a time lapse and I'll show you guys. So now we're going to take our quilted journal here and make sure your ribbon is out of the way. You want to make sure it's over to the side over here and out of the way. You do not want to sew that down. And what we're going to do is start in the middle. Even fold it. Just approximately. It doesn't need to be exactly. This is just a fun little quilted journal cover here. No pressure. And what I'm going to do, bring you guys down a little bit so you can see. And I'm going to just sew straight down and then turn it around and sew the other way. Now, I have my guide here, which is set at 1.5 inches. So, I mean, you don't have to do that. This can just be like a wonky, it doesn't have to be perfect straight lines or anything like that. And what I do is after I sew this line, I'll put this in the actual spot that I just sewn, and then it'll line it up. But I could show you guys too. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make sure everything's lined up in the back, that nothing's folded over or pinched back here. And we're just going to do a straight line all the way down. Okay, so now we have it sewn together. And if you want, you could backstitch at the front, the beginning and end. Okay, and then we're going to take it. You can just let the threads hang too. That'll be fun. Okay, and then I'll show you what I was talking about. So I just turn it, make sure my ribbon is out of the way. That. And then I go to the next spot here. See the line I just sewn right there? I'm going to line it up with my guide. Just like that. So some of your guys' sewing machines will come with these guides. So look through your stuff and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but then there's a hole in the back that you just slide it through and then screw down, tighten the screw down, and you can just attach them. But this is how I use it, is to line it up like that and then just follow it straight down. And this is a great time that you guys can use one of your decorative stitches, or, you know, do a pretty decorative stitch all the way around or all the way through it. I think that would look really nice too. Or you could do a zigzag in the middle where the spine's going to be. I was thinking about doing that. I might go back over it and just do a zigzag maybe down the middle, just to give it a little more decorative look. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're just making sure we have everything how we want it in here. Okay. And I'm going to just continue sewing these. I got to turn it this way because I want to follow my little guideline here. And I'm just doing the same thing over and over, just making the lines all the way down. And then I'll come back when I sew around it, and I'll show you guys. Okay, so we got it all sewn like that. Just all quilted down the middle. So that looks really good. Now what I want to do is just do a zigzag stitch all the way around. I think would look nice. And maybe a zigzag stitch through the middle. And we'll see what it looks like. So it is all finished. I think it turned out really cute. I went ahead and put some beads on the end of the closure ribbon here and some wooden beads down here. Okay, so let's open it and look at it. I think it turned out really, really fun. Look at that. Is that neat? It's just quilted, using up our scraps, having it look like a little rag quilt journal here. I think it just turned out so fun. And if you have any pieces that are undone or coming undone, you can go around and sew it around, or you could just take it and maybe snip it off and use it for the next time that we do another one of these, which I have a feeling I'm going to be doing more than one of these. I think it turned out really fun, and I love the quilted look to it, and using up our scraps. So I got that, and then let's see what I put in here. We got the quilted inside, and then I did some coffee dyed paper, some tea dyed paper, some avocado dyed. So I just did some fun paper in here. And this will be in my Etsy shop. So it's just first come, first serve. I mean, this is the only one I've made of these so far. And I will make sure to put the link down below for it. And you guys can come check it out. Even if you don't purchase it, it helps me out a lot if you come and just favor my shop. And just hit the little heart. That helps out a lot. It gets my Etsy shop out there more. And make sure to hit the like button for this video. That really does get it out there further for others to see how to make this little scrappy quilt journal. But look at that. I think that turned out really good. Now we got a little functional journal. And then this is drying. I got glue on here. I just did Fabrifix glue. But you could just go like this with it. Let it sit like that. And isn't that beautiful? So get out your scraps, get out your extra fabrics, and make a fun scrappy quilt journal. So I hope you guys found this informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.